Welcome back to Late Afternoon with Zubaira. I'm Zubaira, and I'm joined here today with my best friend, Alyson Cadena. Everyone, please welcome Alyson Cadena. Alyson is also a singer from Queens, New York. Yeah, let's hear it for Queens. Hell yeah. Everyone loved your singing in college, but like now I've got to see your growth. I've had that fortunate experience of seeing how far you've come. So why don't you tell us what got you into music? Like, why did you choose this path?
So I am a singer completely by accident. You know, in college, people would ask me to sing at their events and stuff, and I guess I was just like went over my head like, oh, you're actually good at this. But I was just like, all right, sure, I'll sing at your event. After I graduated, my dad bought me a Groupon for a group vocal lesson. So
shout out to Groupon.
Yeah, shout out to Groupon. I thought I was going to go and I was going to do a month of vocal lessons, and like maybe next month I'll try Zumba and, you know, maybe sword fighting the next month. You know how Groupon is. I went to the vocal class, and the voice teacher is a well-known celebrity vocal coach. He's worked with like
Is this Craig?
Yes,
Still
the
Craig?
famous
Okay.
Craig. All my friends know about him because he's crazy. So he's worked with like Katy Perry, he's worked with Mark Anthony, and basically I got there, I'm just like having fun, and I made the mistake of saying like, yeah, you know, it's just my hobby. I've never seen a room full of people ready to attack, but they basically told me like, yeah, that's not, this cannot be your hobby, are you crazy? Like, this is your calling. So I've basically been doing this kicking and screaming, but I mean, I absolutely love it. I finally learned that, yeah, it is my calling. I've been doing it a couple years now. I have some singles out. I think I'm just like the luckiest person in the world because without trying, I've gotten to travel abroad and sing in Ecuador where my family's from.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to be humble, but please.
Yeah, okay, so they made me go to an audition, and I didn't want to go. I really, kicking and screaming
This is true about Alyson. Like, it was kicking and screaming. Yeah. I remember when once we graduated, I was like, Alyson, you got to get on YouTube, you got to get on Instagram, you got to start putting up everything. And she was like, I don't know, you know. Yeah. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know?
Yeah, so I kicked and screamed to an audition for Ecuador's Got Talent. They went every year to a different country because there's a lot of immigration out of Ecuador, so they would go to where there were Ecuadorian immigrant populations. So one year they went to New York, and I was like, oh, fine. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, they're flying me out to be part of the show. And then I really don't know what happened because then all of a sudden they're like hitting the gold buzzer thing.
Oh my God.
And there's like confetti everywhere. And if you look at my face, it's just total panic because I'm like, what's going on here? They're like, you just got the golden buzzer to the semifinal. Oh, okay.
So we're sitting next to a golden buzzer winner here. So that was an amazing thing to witness. And also for me, it was hard because Alyson and I worked together as well. And when she got the golden buzzer, that meant she had to leave work for a while. And I was like, oh no, I have to do everything that I'm not prepared to do anymore.
like work? Ruby was Employee of the Month. We started work at 9. She came in every day at 11 with Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
This is true. I love what I do, you know.
But you know what? I still work with our boss at the time, and he always says, he's like, yeah, you know, Zubi wasn't that great, but she really made the day go by. She was so much fun. So.
Employee of the month. Okay. Do you have any projects coming up? I know the Restless series. Why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So my next single drops March 31st. So it's either going to be out soon or out now, depending when this airs. It's called Restless. It's actually the first song I ever wrote.
Oh, really?
Just took a long time trying to get it perfect. In the end, people were like begging for it enough. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll put it out.
Yeah, and by people, she means like people like me and our friends from school who are just like, because we'd see live performances love it. And we're like,
perform
this
it
is the
live.
best song ever. Like, you've got to have it. Yeah.
And it was like, that was like my learning process song of like, I think it could be better. I think it could be better. What if we do this? What if we do that? And then finally getting to the point of like, you know, you had a good song at first. Maybe just stop overthinking it.
Yeah.
So now I'm putting out, but I'm like, I know it's like perfect, and I'm like glad that so many people are excited for it,
Yeah.
and have maintained that excitement over like the 3 years I've been holding on to it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a series of covers leading up to the release, just to, because I have funny ideas sometimes. And the series of covers is me and a guitarist, Randy Whiskey, who you'll see later. We're wearing pajamas and singing cover songs that have either some word to do with like sleep or rest, or there's one song that just has a lot of similar themes as Restless. So, but I just really wanted to like buy these pajamas on Amazon.
So you just found an excuse.
I found a reason, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of how Alyson Cadena works, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just need an excuse to buy this thing.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us where we can follow you and where we can find your music and everything?
Sure. So on all the digital platforms, you can find me as Alyson Cadena, ALYSONCADENA. And then on social media, you can find me as Ally Chains, ALYCHAINZ, like I'm gangster.
I love the way that you introduced yourself at live shows. Can you just give us a little bit of or do you want to save that for the performance?
No, I could say
Yeah.
because you know, I'm trying to describe my music to people. The way that made the most sense to me is I'm like Adele, but if she was a potty mouth Latina from Queens.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That always makes me laugh whenever you perform. We're gonna go on a little break and we're gonna come back and we're gonna play a best friends game. Are you prepared for that?
Who are you?
Thank you. We'll be right back.